Hi dear students, welcome to Gallant IAS. This is our history optional and today we will be dealing the mapping part of history optional. Map based questions, one of the very important area in your history optional, one of the very easily scoring area in your history optional. In paper 1, section A, they ask the map based questions. They ask 20 sides. Each carries 2.5 and your score is 50. So in paper 1 section A, the first question itself is, that is map based question. Map based question is nothing but they are giving an outline map of India. In the outline map of India or on the outline map of India, they are marking or they mark different sides. Okay, an outline map of India is given, then they mark different site in this on this outline map of India. Some clues or hints will be given. Based on these hints, you will have to identify the site. Based on these hints, you will have to identify the site. For example, an ancient educational center. Or ancient seaport. Or an ancient Buddhist chaitya. Or Buddhist vihara. Or an ancient imperial city. This is the way. Some clues or hints will be one-liner hint or clue will be given. Based on that, you will have to identify the site. After identifying it, you have to give a short description for the site. Okay, a short description. You will have to give a short description for the site. So this is something which is mapping and it is very, very easy for you in the history optional. Usually they ask 20 site. For 20 site, you have to give short description and your score will be 50. And let me tell you, every year 14 to 16 site they ask are very easily answerable from what you learn in your paper 1 section A, which is ancient India. Because the map based questions mostly they ask from this ancient India and early medieval India. So if you cover this ancient and early medieval India thoroughly, something around 350-400 sites you can cover very easily. That is more than sufficient to answer these map based questions every year. This is Pakka static question, and if you have a knowledge on this different site of ancient India, early medieval India, you can easily answer, you can easily score a good mark from this mapping or map based questions. Okay. So when it comes to mapping, let me tell you a few things. Always follow grid pattern. Like for practicing these mapping questions, it would be always nice if you follow grid pattern on this outline map of India. For example, here itself, okay, you follow this grid pattern so that you can identify the site very easily. Okay, state-wise or district-wise or on the bank of which river. Okay, that way you can easily identify the site. So follow the grid pattern, and in the map itself, when you identify each site, there itself you write down its short description, which will help you for easier reading, easier revisions. Okay, so take care. The prehistoric sites important for you. The prehistoric sites important for you. IBC sites important for you. Indus Valley civilization. It's a pre-Harappan phase. It's mature Harappan phase. It's a late Harappan phase. Okay, the major settlement, pre-Harappan settlements. mature Harappan settlement, later Harappan settlements. Okay, this is again very, very important for you. In the prelims, they ask questions like, yes, and Indus site and the major findings. Okay, so this map practice will it will equally contribute to your prelims questions or prelims area also. So prehistoric sites, IVC sites, then this Mahachanpadas or these capital cities, ancient capital cities, Buddhist Jain centers, educational centers, ancient educational centers, or this rocket cave architecture, ancient cave painting sites, or these temple sites, or ancient port cities, or it will be monumental sites. This is the way. Okay, this is the way they would be asking the questions. So have a coverage of these areas when you study this ancient history. Now here in this sectional test, we will be solving, this is section wise test. We will be solving 10 sites: mature Harappan settlement, ancient Indian school of art, ancient Indian port. Number 4 is ancient rocket cave architecture. Number 5 is ancient port city. Number 6 is Jain pilgrim center. Number 7 is post-Gupta imperial city. Number 8 is short temple city in the south, Buddhist lading center, ancient port city. This is the way they are giving you one-liner clue or hint. Based on this, you will have to identify the marked site in the map. You give a short description for that. In 2 or 3 lines, you can use this. You can give this short description because each carries only 2.5 marks. Okay. So here, accordingly, the first site is a mature Harappan settlement. Let's have a look into this map. So you know that this Indus Valley civilization, this was a triangular civilization. This was covering these northwestern portions of Indian subcontinent and the major settlements. The major settlements of this Indus Valley civilization. Major settlements of this Indus Valley civilization, you please take care. Okay, major site of Indus Valley civilization. They asked a mature site. They asked a mature site. In the map, you can see it is marked here. Okay, this is somewhere in this Rajasthan. So one of the most popular mature site in this Rajasthan, which is Kalibangan. This is Kalibangan. And Kalibangan, this is on the banks of Gagar-Hagra river or Saraswati river. This is on the banks of Saraswati river. We have seen an expert panel was appointed. This is to trace these paleo channels of the Saraswati river and concluded that it was not a myth, it was a reality. They traced out these paleo channels of the Saraswati river. It was a reality. So Gagar-Hagra was known as the Saraswati river. So Gagar-Hagra river, Kalibangan is on the banks of this Gagar-Hagra river, and Kalibangan, that is in the Rajasthan. So geographical identity you have to mention in the description, where it belongs to which state, to which district it belongs to. Okay, so this is in Rajasthan, and Kalibangan literally means black bangles. This is pre-Indus and mature Harappan culture. Pre-Indus and mature Indus culture it is representing. Then bangles of the shells and terracotta figurines identified, and a ploughed field. Kalibangan, from where the ploughed field belonging to Indus civilization, that is identified. It has citadel like lower town and this higher town, or citadel is higher town and lower town. Citadel, that is the large dimensional buildings are located in the citadel region. So citadel, lower town, 2 division of the city identified, terracotta figurines identified, and terracotta or this Harappan pottery identified, and terracotta human head and bull, etc. identified. So this is Kalibangan. Actually, it is not necessary you have to write down all these features. This I am giving you because it is important in prelims also. They ask you like the Indus site and major findings. Which one of the following is a major finding from Indus site? Which one of the following is not a major finding from Indus site? So that's why that point of view, this is important. Then the second is, obviously they are asking ancient Indian school of art. Ancient Indian school of art. In the map you can identify this is the location. So you take the major cultural centers in the Deccan Peninsula, in the southern peninsula, major cultural centers in the eastern India, cultural centers in the western India, central India. These are important. So here, yes, Amaravati, you know the location, okay, and division of the state like Andhra Pradesh, Telangana. So now this is Amaravati. Amaravati, you should understand, this was one of the post-Mauryan schools of art. This is one of the post-Mauryan schools of art. Post-Mauryan means this Gandhara, Madhura, and Amaravati. These are the three main schools of post-Mauryan schools of art. Amaravati is on the banks of Krishna river, and Shadavahanas were the chief patrons. Shadavahanas were the chief patrons of this school of art, and later Ishwagus patronized. This Amaravati school of art is known for narrative art. Buddha's depiction, that is in various sequential order. Jataka tales become the subject of this Amaravati school of sculpture. So this is known for narrative art. Most of the characters, they are in the Tribhanga posture, Tribhanga dance posture. Again, white marble was the chief material used here. White marble was the chief material used here. King, princess, palaces, many secular figures are also added here. Buddha's representation was in various symbols. Buddha was in symbols or signs, etc. Buddha's representation was a symbolic representation. Buddha's representation was not in anthropomorphic tradition. Buddha is in various symbols. Nagarjunakonda, Amaravati, these are two major like Buddhist study centers in the south, and patrons were Shadavahanas, later Ishwagus. So this much features I shared with you. When you write the short description in the map based questions, it is not necessary that you have to write down everything, but the short description, why I am giving this much description, because in the prelims many of the UPSC asked, they asked which of the school is known for narrative art, or the school which is mostly having Tribhanga postures, characters, cultures in Tribhanga postures, or the school which used the chief material white marble for sculpting, or the school which was patronized by Shadavahanas, Ishwagus, okay, or the school in which Buddha's depiction was in symbols, that was also Amaravati. So take care, that is important from your prelims point of view also. Now the third one is